Parts of the Orleans Avenue Canal are totally covered with vegetation, making some worry about drainage.
But as the Sewage and Water Board cleans and inspects miles of waterways, a local engineer weighs in on whether New Orleanians should be concerned. Rob Masson has more.
For the past month and a half, city work crews have removed tons of debris, even a car from the Lafitte drainage culvert.
If you're not keeping things from getting in there, the debris, it's probably why we keep getting backed up every time it rains heavy.
If you've driven down I-610 recently and looked toward the Orleans Avenue Canal, you may have seen this: heavy vegetation covering the canal for hundreds of yards, and that's creating some concern.
It's a wild growth. That shows up on the bayous and all over South Louisiana.
New Orleans canals, both open and underground, caused concern after recent floods. The Sewage and Water Board spent tens of thousands of dollars on canal cleaning programs, uncovering huge items.
We do need to do a better job of cleaning out all these box culverts. We have miles and miles of tunnels that we depend on to get water to these pump stations.
But when it comes to this thick vegetation growth covering Orleans Avenue Canal, engineer H.J. Bosworth with levees.org says there's little cause for concern.
Now remember, the canal's probably 10 feet deep. The canal in the distance is probably 100 feet wide, and this stuff is just floating on the surface.
Bosworth points out there are massive grates and debris collection systems installed at pumping stations across town.
What you have is a mechanism which has fingers. Imagine a big stiff rake that comes down and grabs whatever's in the bar grating, drags it up and dumps it on a surface right next to the grating.
Bosworth says a lack of rain could have made the vegetation problem worse.
So we got fresh water, we've got, not a lot of current and a lot of sun. So this plant's pretty happy.
And he says a good storm could wash it all down to the grates, where he's confident it will be collected and removed without impeding drainage, which all too often backs up. Rob Masson, Fox 8 Local First.
H.J. Bosworth says the vegetation is common throughout South Louisiana at this time of year. There have been heavy concentrations spotted recently in local bayous and on Lake Pontchartrain.